You're watching the Nike EYBL Scholastic Conference Tournament at the Riverview Park Activities Center in North Augusta, South Carolina. Just such a juicy quarterfinal matchup now. 7-seeded LuHi riding a 16-game win streak against 2-seeded Brewster. Well, we already saw Bella Vista take down Montverde and punch their ticket to the semifinals. Now it's time for either LuHi or Brewster to do the same. Welcome into the broadcast booth. Sam Brief, Rayfeld Davis with you. Rayfeld, this is a matchup between maybe the most polished team in the league and the hottest team in the league.
Oh, yeah, you look at Brewster right now, you understand they want to guard you. They want to keep you in the half court. They want to sink their teeth into you and really guard the ball and make it a low-scoring game. But when I look at LuHi, 3 guards that can go, 3 guards that can put up 20 on any given night. They want to get up and down. They want to make this a transition game. You're going to see what wins out in this one.
I don't care if it's NBA, college, or high school. I know you know guard plays what wins games now.
Guard play makes you go.
So we'll see some of the best guards at this level in the country. Starting with LuHi, head coach John Buck and his team, a 10-point win yesterday over Oak Hill. 25 points from Kyan Anthony.
Kyan Anthony can just flat out score the basketball. Kyan Anthony was born to put the basketball in the hole. He can knock it down from deep, great in the mid-range, can get to the basket, good post-up game. That guy can put the ball in the cup.
6-time New England Coach of the Year, Jason Smith, trots out a starting 5 that can defend with the best of them.
Yeah, you look at Darian Moore, one of the better defenders in this conference. Headed to play at Seton Hall next season. He is going to have his hands full with not just Kyan Anthony, but also the Mingo brothers. These boys can score that basketball, so the perimeter defense is going to have to be on par for Brewster Academy from the very word go.
It was announced just a few hours ago that 11 in white, middle of your screen, Sebastian Wilkins was first team all EYBL. 6'8" junior with offers already coming from all sorts of Power 5 programs. So he goes mano a mano with 7'1" big man Nico Anyaguere, bound for Florida State. And one of these teams is bound for the semifinals. Let's see who it's going to be. And tip won by Brewster. The 9-2 Bobcats start the game with a turnover.
Got to know where you are on the floor. Right there, Moore starting off without a bounce. You have to know where you are. A lot of lines on this floor. You got to pay attention and be coherent.
Yeah, this floor might set the record for most painted lines on any sports court.
I just want to know how many different sports they play on this floor.
Like 17? I have no idea. Here's Anthony. Gets fouled by Moore, so tough start for Darian Moore. Stepped out, then fouls Anthony.
Kyan Anthony is such a handful. 6'6", long, athletic, smooth, goes at a great pace, can't speed him up. Kyan Anthony plays like a pro already. Just a senior in high school.
What a cut, what a finish on Yaguere.
It's a great cut, great finish. Even better pass to find Nico at Yaguere at the basket, finishing it for 2. I'm going to call him Nico.
Call him Nico. I'll handle the Anyaguere part.
You handle Anyaguere.
255-pounder out of Abuja, Nigeria. And there's a 3-point miss for Preston Fowler. LuHi looking to stay hot. Riding a 16-game win streak. Mingo. And there's a moving screen called on Nico.
Got to be set. A lot of that's on the ball handler. The ball handler's got to wait till the big fella gets set and gets set in stone, and so he can come off that hit.
So both teams a bit choppy to start. 3 combined turnovers in the opening minute. Okori down to a cutting Wilkins. Got it stripped. So another turnover. Here comes Mingo. He fell down and a travel called. So another turnover.
Both teams getting those jitters out right now early on in the first quarter.
Well, LuHi should have gotten him out yesterday. Fell behind into a huge hole against Oak Hill. Stormed back behind 25 from Kyan Anthony. In his 71-61 win. Booked their spot in today's quarterfinals. Okori looking to cook. Okori stops, drops it, just out. But he got fouled, so free throws coming.
Well, Corey does a great job of just probing, just waiting for him to get his opportunity to get in that lane and attack. Big time drive by the young fella.
And now to the foul stripe, where no team has shot it better than Brewster this season. 77% as a team. And Okori, the best of them, at 88%.
Man, that's big time.
6'2" senior going to Stanford. So you know he's got a head full of brain.
Anytime you hear one of those guys going to Stanford to play ball, you just automatically assume how smart they are.
So Corey off to Stanford. One of these teams today will be off to the next round with a shot at the Chipotle Nationals on the line. Anthony, the star of yesterday, gets by Moore, and they'll call Moore for the foul, number 2.
Already 2 minutes into this ball game, Moore picks up 2 fouls. Just show you how dynamic the guards of LuHi are. I mean, Kyan Anthony with the patience and the poise to get right to his spot, allowing the defense to fly by, get him in the air, and get himself to the free throw line. Big time player, man.
Bound for Syracuse, just like his father, Carmelo, who is in the house tonight.
I mean, how cool will it be for Kyan to get to Syracuse next season and turn that program around?
They need it.
Big time, man.
They need a breath of fresh air. And Kyan Anthony undoubtedly can provide that. Misses both free throws, though.
Gotta make your free throws, young fella.
And the win last night for Anthony and LuHi was actually against his father's high school alma mater, Oak Hill, and what a grown man move on the other end for Toure.
That's Toure's deal, getting downhill and going up to finish. Toure, one of the better drivers in his high school class. Not too many guards can keep him out of the paint. Big, long, physical, ball skills, getting to that rim and going up to finish.
A lanky guard, tenacious defender.
Headed to Iowa State next year.
He'll fit right in.
It's funny when you say tenacious defender, I say Iowa State, you say fit in. You just got to love that culture that Coach Ossenberger has built out there. Got to be tough, you got to be physical, you got to be hard-nosed, and you have to love to guard to go play at Iowa State.
And that's a program very much on the rise out in Ames. And this one is picked by that tenacious defender. Toure gets fouled, and he'll go to the stripe.
Just playing that passing game, locking in, understanding what's going on, ball you man, not locking into your guy, but locking into what's going on, and understanding that shot, that pass is soft. You can shoot through that gap and get it and get out in transition. And now he's at the free throw line again, back-to-back possessions. On
the note of fitting in Ames, he was named first team all-defense in the EYBL. I think the folks at Iowa State like that.
I bet they love that. But I love that for the EYBL Scholastic. You have to love when high school leagues, when they care about defense. I've never seen that before. A high school conference have an all-defense team. You're getting these guys prepared for the next level and getting them to care about the little things early on.
Really sets the tone.
Because so many high school kids, they don't find the value in making an all-star defense team. They want to be first team. They don't care about the defensive side of it. But when you build that mentality early, it carries on into college.
And Toure's got that mentality. He was also, defensive MVP of the NBA's Basketball Without Borders camp last year. And there's the response for Caden Mingo.
Caden Mingo can drive that ball. Caden Mingo can get into that lane. Headed to play for Coach Mike Rose at Penn State next season. They are so excited to get Mingo on campus because of his ability to score it, the ability to guard it, but that's his deal.
Here's Sebastian Wilkins driving and over Onyekwere.
It's tough. Be able to go up with the hook shot off the dribble, high and soft off the glass. Big time finish from Wilkins.
And that's over the 7'1" big man. But Anthony with the answer. Kyan's first bucket. And Darian Moore, the flush.
Darian Moore out there playing with 2 fouls. Still making himself effective.
It was a tough start for him, but the monster jam puts Brewster up 5. Anthony, couple screens set for him. Kyan Out to Caden Mingo, scores again.
The defense is so attracted to Kai and Anthony coming off that ball screen. They are all shifting over. And when you get big fella to roll down that lane, you're going to have the backside help sinking in. And then Mingo just bursted out of that closeout, getting to the basket.
A miss from 3 by Wilkins. Here comes LuHi. They haven't missed a field goal yet. Perfect 4 for 4 from the field. Caden Mingo off to Madison. Now Dylan Mingo. Anthony for 3. That's their first miss. Here comes Wilkins and Brewster. Fowler up top to Okori. Wide open, but he can't hit the 3. Mingo goes downhill. Now it's Anthony's turn, and a 1-point game.
Good decision. A lot of guys would have just stopped and shot that jumper along two. But Kai and Anthony has high basketball IQ, sees the defense split, gets into that lane. Nice, pretty finish with the right hand.
I think he was born with the high basketball IQ, as it's plucked away by Dylan Mingo, leading the break now to his brother Caden for the finish and the foul.
And that's what makes LuHi so dangerous. Their ability to get out in transition and go put pressure on the defense. You turn defense into offense. No one's better at that than LuHi in the country in high school basketball. Good hands from Mingo, and then brother to big brother, getting out in transition, going to finish through contact. And one, getting to the free throw line for a 3-point play opportunity.
Sure, I was the first pick, the rookie to watch, and the back-to-back All-Star. But to get even better, I had to get real with myself. I got real about how I showed up. I got real about how I trained. I got real about what I ate. The results, something about this season, man, it just feels different.
The matchup today between LuHi and Brewster, and some players to watch feature Kyan Anthony against Sebastian Wilkins.
Kai Anthony can score that basketball. Kai Anthony rated right now as the #9 shooting guard in 2025 class, and I've yet to find 8 better shooting guards than Kai Anthony. He was born to score the ball, and then Wilkins on the other end can guard it, can score, can knock it down from deep. A high-level junior in that 2027 class. These two guys going to be going at it all afternoon.
I know you feel Anthony easily could be looked at as maybe a top 15 player in the class.
Oh, for sure. It's not 15 better players that can pick up a basketball and say they're better than Kai Anthony in the 2025 class. No question about it. He can knock it out from deep. He can score to the mid-range. He can get to the basket, great in the pick and roll, can play make, can guard 1 through 3. Kai Anthony is a high major prospect, high major talent. We'll be shocked if he does not play at the highest levels.
And he's off to Syracuse next year,
and
looking to follow in his father's footsteps.
And I'll cut you, but he's tough. He's hard-nosed. He's got that swag about him, that Brooklyn to him.
Out of bounds, off of Brewster. So it's LuHi ball. Yeah, Anthony, born and raised in Brooklyn. And we saw that swagger on display last night. 25 points in a huge comeback win over Oak Hill. He beat his father's alma mater, then he'll play next year for his college alma mater. Here goes Anthony, rumbling in, and he got hacked. That's an easy foul call against Fowler.
It just puts so much pressure on your defense every single possession. When Kai Anthony catches that basketball, he is looking to attack no matter who's in front of him. 1, 2, 3, Brewster defenders. Does not matter. Kai Anthony finds himself to the free throw line.
These two teams played back on December 6th. It was a 7-point Brewster win. Kai and Anthony wasn't in the game.
Yep.
he was still nursing a back injury. So a completely different LuHi team without him.
Oh, for sure. If Kai Anthony starts this season off healthy, one, he's a McDonald's All-American. But then two, LuHi would not be sitting at a 7 seed right now.
They're one of those teams where you almost just have to disregard the number 7. I mean, they've won 8 straight conference games, 16 straight games overall. Last loss was on December 16th,
Man.
and that was without Kai and Anthony.
I mean, you think about to start the season, not having Kai and Anthony. It's like you looking at IMG and they don't have Darius Acuff or one of their better guys. You got to be at full strength to be in this league.
Tip was good for Otter Bowl. Got a whistle right there. Another look at Pemberton going up. Bowl, did he touch it on the rim?
Ooh. Gotta leave that one alone, big fella. Let that roll in.
Well, they'll give free throws here to Pemberton. Shot no good, but a foul. And Pemberton misses the first. This is a Brewster team very much built on defense. They allow just 50 points a game, best in the conference. And opponents shoot just 27% from 3 against the Bobcats. Pemberton splits them. It's, of course, a well-coached team. 25-year head coach Jason Smith has over 650 wins.
Man, that's a lot of wins.
Mingo just lost it. He averages over 30 wins a season.
Man, that is tough. You look at some of the guys that's went through this program, man. It's unbelievable Brewster Academy what they've been able to put together over the last 20, 25 years.
Alums include Donovan Mitchell, T.J. Warren, Mitch McGarry.
Big
man. Ten star back in the day.
Man, that Michigan team is so good, man. So good.
Right with Trey Burke. Here's a 3 for Pemberton.
Good
and
rebound.
Fowler flies in for the putback.
Good rebound. Fowler just finding his soft spot, finding his opportunity on that offensive glass. That shot goes up. Fowler's attacking every time. And that time he's able to come away with it. They come away with 2 points.
Here comes the screen from Essam. Cayenne Anthony. Not there. Tips to Kamisoko. But a foul right before the basket. So wave off the Kamisoko bucket. Oh, you got me feeling some kind of way thinking about those old Michigan teams.
Oh, man. I get to hang out with Coach John Beilein every Sunday at the Big Ten
All the
Network.
time.
And you hear stories about those Michigan teams from start with Trey Burke. And not even that team that played in the national championship, but even the next season when Trey Burke leaves campus, Tim Hardaway leaves out, Nick Skouskis, Karis LeVert, Glenn Robinson III. They start the Big Ten season 9-0, going to win the league. I mean, they had some great times at Michigan and never a down year under Coach Beilein.
And it's another up year for Michigan.
Man, Dusty May has been incredible. You look at Michigan finishing last place in the Big Ten a season ago, and now they have a chance to share the league with Michigan State. It's a big-time season for Dusty May.
Difficult loss last night against Maryland, but March will be interesting for Wolverines fans. As Cayenne Anthony hits them both. Next year, he'll look to revitalize the Syracuse program that's a bit down and maybe look to emulate that turnaround that Michigan's accomplished.
I mean, Cayenne Anthony already 7 minutes into this ball game. Cayenne Anthony has attempted 6 free throws already. His ability to put pressure on your defense is high major. It's major league.
And as a team, LuHi's efficiency is off the charts, Ray. 6 of 7. Only missed 1 shot. If only they weren't turning the ball over so much, they'd be up more. The 3-point lead with a minute left in the first. Quarterfinal round of the EYBL Scholastic tourney. Clyde Walters. Pemberton over Essam. And rebound Anthony. It's a hard-nosed rebound. And now Cayenne looking to go to work. Anthony driving. Teardrop off and another trip to the stripe.
They caught offensive.
Oh yeah, an offensive foul against LuHi. And Cayenne's disgruntled. So Brewster ball at just a little over 30 seconds. They charged Dylan Mingo for the foul.
Shout out John Stovall sitting on the sideline checking out the action. It's a big possession here from Brewster to end this first quarter. Got to find a way to put points on the board.
Antonio Pemberton with it.
Gotta love dudes like John Stovall. Still around, still making it happen. Super influential to the high school game.
And with him watching on, Brewster just a couple seconds. It's up for Bowl, and it rattles out. Mingo the board with a second left. MJ Madison a bit strong. LuHi escapes the first with a 3-point lead. Crusaders are looking to win their 17th game in a row and get into the semis. We'll have the second quarter when we come back. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. This is Winning Basketball. And delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle. For real. Last month, Carmelo Anthony was named a finalist in the 2025 class of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Now he just gets to be dad and watch his son Kyan go to work.
And I love that he's still sitting next to his high school coach. You got to love relationships like that. But yep. Carmelo Anthony, big-time player, extremely underrated for what he was able to contribute to the NBA. I still remember getting my 4th grade pair of basketball shoes for my team. And it was Carmelo's. It was the first pair of Carmelo's that ever came out. They were the black and blue ones. I mean, Melo is... it's a big, big deal, especially in my community. But Melo's not the only star in that family. I mean, you look at LaLa Anthony sitting right next to him. And LaLa Anthony, that is the star. That is where Kyan Anthony gets his swag from. It's from his mother.
3 for Bowl is just off. And it'll go back to LuHi. You get the balling from dad, the swag from mom, and then spit out Kyan Anthony, complete package.
Yeah. LaLa does not get enough credit in this relationship. As far as who is, you know, Melo's been on the floor with him, but when it comes to swag, confidence, that poise, that toughness, that's all from mine.
The real things that count.
Yes.
Here's the zone for Brewster, and Kyan and company looking to attack it. Kick to Mingo, corner 3 off the backboard, and now a free run the other way. Toure down for Okori, and a foul.
Toure pushes that basketball. Make or miss, Toure is going to get that ball, and Toure is going to go. You have to get back and set your defense because he is coming. And look at it. A bounce pass into a layup. Old school basketball 2-on-1. These young fellas getting after it. You don't see that bounce pass often. Bounce pass into a layup on a break, big time.
And the beneficiary, Abuka Okori, Stanford-bound guard, ties this bad boy up. A Northeast battle between New Hampshire's Brewster and New York's LuHi. Looking to attack the zone, Anthony to Mingo. Down for the Egyptian big man, Omar Essam. And they will tag a foul against Clyde Walters. A lot of minutes yesterday for Omar Essam. He was a star on Egypt's under-17 World Cup team. We've seen him getting more and more run for LuHi as a backup to Nico Onyeguere. Now a Mingo to Mingo sub. Caden replacing Dylan. And Essam in the corner stays LuHi ball. Brewster, known for their suffocating defense. The 9-2 record in EYBL action with 7 wins in their last 8 games. Just a dominant season for Jason Smith's team. Here's Mingo.
Pass.
And a 3 off for Kamisoko. Madison tips it now to Toure. A chance to take the lead, Toure for Walters. He carves inside, and Walters drops it in.
Big boy move. Walters getting to the teeth of the defense, playing off 2 feet, not running away from the physicality and the contact, going right into the chest of the defender, going up to finish for 2 with a nice little teardrop.
One of the top forwards in the sophomore class. And now Anthony to the hoop with the left hand.
That is tough. A little shake and bake, Ricky Bobby action, getting the defense falling down, going baseline, finishing it with the inside hand. High-level stuff there in that possession of Kyan Anthony.
He is so sophisticated. And now with 10 points.
It's a good word for Kyan Anthony, sophisticated.
Right? He's got that polish. And now Okori fancy. A foul against LuHi will stop him. Ibuka saying, I'm sophisticated. Heck, I'm going to Stanford. This hesitation move from Kyan had your eyebrows popping.
It's like poetry. It's like poetry in motion. Kyan Anthony getting to space, making his moves, getting to the basket. It's a nice high finish.
Fowler with a long 2, boarded by Toure.
Man, Toure's tough.
Now it's Walters. No. Onyeguere scoops it. And then an ill-advised pass squeaks over the head of Kamisoko.
But I love what Mingo. I love what Caden Mingo just did it there in that possession. He walked up to the big fella and said, hey, I'm right here. We don't need that. You can't have that.
Right.
And you need your point guard to be that type of vocal leader on the floor. So when big fella gets antsy, wants to dribble that ball, someone's got to tell him to chill out.
Right, settle down.
Yep.
You got me, you got plenty of time.
Relax, big fella, relax.
Now Toure gets Onyeguere on skates. Bet he wish he finished. Now Madison to the hoop. No. Mingo the rebound. Blocked then by Fowler. It stays here. Some high-level defensive plays in this one.
I caught a foul on that one. I thought he got all ball. That's a tough call, ref.
No, foul goes against Fowler. And it puts Mingo at the stripe. 20 points yesterday for Dylan Mingo. Comeback win against Oak Hill. Featured a 20-3 run in the second half. Got LuHi their 16th win in a row. And now they're 3 wins away from an automatic bid in the Chipotle Nationals. So here's Toure, his Brewster Bobcats down a pair. Toure stumbling, and it's a travel on the French guard. In the middle of a quadruple header today, EYBL Scholastic Tournament. About an hour ago, we watched Miles Sadler, CIA Bella Vista, take down Montverde and move on to the semis. Now LuHi against Brewster with 2 more still to come later tonight. Here's Toure.
Give me that.
Blocked by Onyeguere. Out of bounds, and it is to LuHi.
I love the confidence of Toure, being able to drive that ball, not being scared to mix it up. But sometimes you got to just make better decisions. There's no reason to go attack the 7'1" big man in Nico at that rim. Nico is going to win that battle every single time.
A block and a half a game. That's 4th this season in the EYBL. Now he sets a screen for Mingo.
Got to give it to him. Got mouse in the house. Got to score that ball.
Looking to feed the big man. He's blocked now. Darian Moore came flying in. Tip no. And out of bounds to LuHi. So Crusaders struggle to score, but It'll be their ball under the basket when we come back. 4 minutes to halftime in this quarterfinal matchup of Northeast rivals, LuHi and Brewster.
You can't be demanding. You can't be relentless. You can't put yourself first. So, put yourself first. You can't dominate. So dominate. You can't fill a stadium. So fill that stadium. You can't take credit. You can't speak up. You can't be ambitious. You can't have any fun. You can't be proud. You can't keep score. You can't stand out. Whatever you do, you can't win. So win.
So how would you describe the chicken to someone who had never tasted it?
Literally melt in your mouth tender. We don't have a freezer, you know? It's almost like a farmer's market. When you walk into the restaurant, you should hear the sizzle that you're hearing right now. Just sends all those waves up to your mouth.
You're making me hungry.
Let's take a look now at today's Chipotle Player Spotlight, and it's Stanford-bound Buka Okori. Well, what's he eating? Chicken white rice. He's got the salsa, the corn, sour cream cheese, queso, and guac. He's taken advantage of almost everything Chipotle has to offer. We tip our cap to you.
We've got some really good Chipotle bowls today. Had a really good one in the first game. This is another good one I can get with. We got the chicken. I've already talked about the honey Chipotle chicken, the new addition. Everybody's got to go try that. White rice always. You mixing up the salsa with the mild salsa with the corn. I love it. Keep the digestive system flowing. That's just a great Chipotle bowl, and that's a great order from that young man.
Did I just hear you say keep the digestive system flowing?
Hey, you got to get that corn in there. You know,
get that corn.
Mix it up. And I had Chipotle today, so I'm feeling really good about Chipotle.
You have Chipotle every day, though.
This week?
And frankly, I'm envious. I have it only a couple times a week.
I was slow this week, only 3 times.
Here's Anthony, 4-3.
And that's Anthony's deal. He can mix it up. He can score the ball. We said in the open, Kyan Anthony was boring to put the ball in the basket. We've seen him get to the free throw line. We've seen him finish at the rim. We've seen him in the floater game. And now he's knocking it down from deep. There is nothing that this young man can't do on the offensive end.
13 points for Anthony. And now looking for the response. Okori with a bobble. He's running out of time. 3 seconds. Onyeguere on him. And Okori, he didn't know how much time was on the shot clock. So a shot clock violation sends it back to LuHi.
Man, that is big-time defense from Big Fella. Being able to get out there on the island and move those puppies, keep the ball in front of them, forcing a shot clock violation. Big-time defense from Big Fella.
Now it's Caden Mingo with the 3.
So Big Fella on one end gets to stop on the perimeter, forces the shot clock violation. And then on the other end, he comes down and sets a high major ball screen, which allowed Caden Mingo to free up and knock it down.
And the result, back-to-back triples. Take me through it.
I mean, you see the ball screen, Nico coming out and setting it, forcing Toure to go so far underneath it, it just frees Caden Mingo up to knock it down from the top of the key. And Caden Mingo, one of the better players in his high school class, the number 8 point guard in the 2025 high school class, he is going to line that up and he's going to knock it down more times than not.
Few people watch more Big Ten basketball than you, my friend. He'll be in the Big Ten next year with Penn State.
Yep.
What should Big Ten fans know about Caden Mingo?
Oh, man, from Penn State fans, you're losing Ace Baldwin, right? So you lose your leader, you lose your best defender and best scorer, but you get Caden Mingo, a guy that can score the basketball a little bit better than Ace did at this age, a guy that's a really strong, level-headed defender, a dog that'll fight you. You will have no drop-off from Ace Baldwin Jr. at Penn State going into Caden Mingo at Penn State. Big-time pickup from Mike Rhodes. Man, Coach Rose, he puts that ball in his point guard's hands and he lets him play ball. So I'm expecting big things from Caden Mingo at the next level.
And he'll benefit from that. He's off to Happy Valley next year. His younger brother, Dylan, is one of the top-ranked juniors, number 11 ranked player in his class. He's a 5-star. Offers have already come in from Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, St. John's, and a whole lot more.
And for selfish reasons, I mean, as a
told we got blood.
Just for selfish reasons for myself. I mean, you get Caden Mingo at Penn State. Why not get Dylan Mingo at Penn State? Why not get the brothers, Coach
Wouldn't
Rhodes?
that be a thing of beauty?
Go get them. Go let them control the backcourt in the Big Ten for the next 3-4 years to come. But my AAU coach would always tell me, Coach Gary Betts, as the ref was spiking up that blood a little bit, you are not playing hard until you start bleeding on that floor. So I think the blood is out now. I think we can start saying these guys are going at it.
Hey, this is postseason basketball. We've drawn blood.
This is March. It is hard.
And Wilkins with the miss. That's our version of This is Sparta. This is March. Here's Mingo.
Good pass.
Madison.
Good D. Got to come up with 2 on that possession. Really good defense.
Now Toure off the fake.
Good cut.
To a cutting Wilkins. Blocked by Onyeguere.
Onyeguere has been big time defensively this half. Walling up, protecting the basket, guarding the perimeter, never staying out of the play. That's exactly what you need from your big fella who's headed to play for Florida State.
Looking to keep Wilkins locked down. Now here's Fowler.
Onyeguere is a big fella guarding the guard right now, still doing his job as a help side defender.
A 3 for Fowler, but before that, offensive foul. Charged to Brewster. It's on Darian Moore, his 3rd. So with about 2 to go in the second, LuHi with an efficient shooting day, up 8. Here's Anthony with a triple. Air ball. And out of bounds, staying here. Well, this is March, as Rayfeld Davis told you, and the winner of this tournament gets the automatic bid into the Chipotle Nationals next month in Fishers, Indiana. The winner of this game will go on to the semis, as a really messy inbound pass means Brewster ball. And there you see the dates for Nationals, 3rd to the 5th, just south of Indianapolis. Fowler for 3. And Anthony skies for the rebound. LuHi +5 on the glass. And then Okori picks it away. But I think before that, a foul for Brewster.
Brewster's transition defense has been suffering all game long. When that shot goes up, you've got to send someone back to get back and communicate and set your defense. LuHi right now, they are living in transition. They are living in the lane. They are living at the free throw line.
These will be the 10th and 11th free throws of the day for LuHi. Musa Kamisoko, native of Brooklyn, makes it a 9-point game.
Good Brooklyn that. Shout out Biggie.
Got 5 New York natives on this LuHi roster. The head coach and 2002 LuHi graduate, John Buck. And Kamisoko brings the lead to 10. LuHi with a +7 advantage in the quarter. And 100 seconds left to halftime as Brewster looks to end that drought. Out of bounds, Brewster getting sloppy.
Exactly. Brewster's getting sloppy. They need someone to huddle them up and get them together on the floor. Big 90 seconds coming up to finish this half. You want to finish this half strong, start the second half stronger, but you've got to get stops to feel good about yourself going into the break.
Just 5 points in the quarter for Brewster. Here's Kamisoko for Mingo.
Foul, right?
Yep, and it goes against the French guard, Kylian Toure. His 2nd foul. Brewster and LuHi, that one meeting this year, early December, 7-point Brewster win, but with no Kyan Anthony. Now they're getting a taste of the beast. And down 10, approaching halftime. Mingo. Now here's the beast, Anthony. Madison sets a screen. Anthony is stripped.
Good defense.
Okori just ripped it away. And in transition, it's a foul, Madison. Fouling Fowler.
Really good individual defense by Moore here. forcing the strip, causing a turnover, and then Brewster getting out in transition, putting pressure on that defense, running the floor. Big fella's getting himself to the free throw line.
So Preston Fowler, who will play next year for James Madison, off the front end, and a team that led the EYBL in free throw shooting this year, struggling this quarter, just 1 of 3. Fowler, 31 minutes per game, second in the EYBL, only to Darius Acuff, who we'll get later tonight.
It's impressive, man. And Fowler's a big man, power forward, 6'9", committed to James Madison. Playing that type of minutes at that size, highly impressive. Speaks to his conditioning.
Yeah, 31 of 32 minutes a night. That's a ton. So here's Mingo, down for the big man. And it's Onyeguere with the left hand. Draws the foul. And Nico to the strike.
That's got to be 3, though. Onyeguere's got to gather himself, come up with that basketball, be strong, be big, and that's got to be a dunk through that contact. He's got to be going to that free throw line for a 3-point opportunity right now.
Instead, he'll get 2. What kind of player is Florida State getting in Nico Onyeguere?
Oh, they're getting a dog. You watch him defensively. I mean, he is guarding. He can guard the rim, protect the paint. He can get out on the island and move those puppies and force a jumper. I mean, you get a guy that just plays hard, that cares about winning, that's going to be big, physical, not afraid to be big and bruise guys. As his offense comes along, when he's able to catch and finish and make simple post moves, he's going to be a player at the next level, a big-time player.
Now here goes Fowler.
Keeping the ball out of the lane.
And Onyeguere, those hands wide.
I mean, just watch him here on this possession. Hands are up, in the stance, talking, active. What you need defensively from your big fella.
12-second differential here. Okori with the teardrop.
Big shot.
Pretty move for Ebuka Okori. And now LuHi can hold for the last shot. Looking to win their 17th game in a row. Nice start tonight for the Crusaders. Here's Kamisoko. And Mingo out at the buzzer. So we go to halftime. LuHi by 8. So it's all about Kyan Anthony, Caden Mingo, Dylan Mingo. This sensational trio of guards has LuHi on top of Brewster as we reach halftime. You're watching the Nike EYBL Scholastic Conference Tournament at the Riverview Park Activities Center in South Carolina. LuHi and Brewster, and for LuHi, it's all about these guards, the Mingo brothers, and Kai and Anthony.
Yeah, Kai and Anthony and Caden Mingo combined to score 23 of LuHi's 30 points in that first quarter, and they did it in a plethora of ways. They were getting out in transition, they were getting downhill. Kai and Anthony started knocking down some triples from deep. When these two guards get going, it is danger time for any opposing defense in all of high school basketball. Two of the best guards you will see in this 2025 class, putting it in early and putting it in often.
You see Brewster shooting just 0 of 6 from 3. So if you're going to combat Anthony and the Mingos, you got to knock them down. Give me some adjustments for Brewster.
I mean, yeah, that's the difference in the game, because you see the rebounds are almost even, the turnovers are even, so it comes down to free throw shooting and three-point shooting. Right now, LuHi has the edge in both categories. They've knocked down 2 triples. They've got to the free throw line 4 times. Here in this half, I want to see Brewster make a concerted effort to live in the paint. Get to the free throw line, play inside out. When you play inside out, those threes are more likely to fall from the outside.
For Brewster, pretty balanced scoring. 7 points for Ibuka Okori, 5 for Killian Torre. But a very quiet day for their top scorer, Sebastian Wilkins, who averages almost 14 a game. Just 2 points, 1 of 4. 3 fouls, 2 turnovers. How have they muzzled him?
Well, they made him guard. Right now, with sitting with 3 fouls, he hasn't been able to be effective because he's been in foul trouble. But then Nico, in that first half, really did a good job of being physical with them, being big, not giving them angles, forcing them into a jump shooter. LuHi, with a concerted effort, all 5 guys dug in, and they made Brewster a jump shooting team in that first half, and those jump shots were not falling down.
Kai and Anthony with 13 points in the first half, leading all scorers. After 25 yesterday to bring LuHi into this quarterfinal round. Then Brewster coming out in the zone here.
Yeah, trying to keep LuHi out of the lane. But the most important thing you have to do out of the zone is have rebounding responsibilities and get the ball off the defensive glass.
Caden Mingo misses the 3. His
to
brother gets the rebound. Now it's Anthony from downtown.
And Mother Lala celebrates on the sideline, goes crazy for a young fella. But when you're playing that 2-3 zone, there are no rebounding responsibilities. So when that shot goes up, Dylan Mingo is able to crash that glass with a free run. He does the right thing. The easiest shot off of three-point opportunity is off an offensive rebound.
And now Wilkins with a miss. Brewster 0 for 7 from 3. Mingo.
Good cut, good flash.
Here's Madison with the mid-ranger.
Madison just with the high IQ basketball play. Find that soft spot of that zone, flash to it, and make a play. Really good cut, really good finish.
And LuHi with a little 5-0 spurt to start the third.
How you start the third quarter is so important in the high school level.
Why more important in high school?
I mean, at any level. How you close out halves, how you close out quarters, and how you start them, highly important.
Here's Wilkins carving in to stop the run.
Need more of that from Wilkins if you're Brewster Academy.
First team all-conference player, Sebastian Wilkins out of Canton, Massachusetts. Now Mingo to Anthony. LuHi looking to stay hot. Anthony with a long 2. And long rebound for Toure. Pushes the tempo to Okori like lightning. Now Ibuka Okori with the team high 9.
Kai Anthony with the ill-advised jumper off the bounce, lean to a breakout runaway.
Onyeguere on the pick and roll. Gotta finish that.
Gotta finish that, big fella.
And he falls down, very slow to get up, so
slow fall.
It's a 5-on-4, and in the corner, Moore trickles into 3. Timeout LuHi, as Moore makes him pay for Onyeguere's issues.
Brewster with a great push, finding Moore, hands ready, stepping into it, knocking it down for 3. getting Brewster right back into this ball game. And there was a foul on a rebound, so it stays Brewster's ball after the made triple.
That was the first three-pointer of the day for Brewster. Previously, 0 for 7. Bobcats are looking to make it 8 wins in their last 9 games, stay hot, and move on to the semifinal. A LuHi win would give them a win streak of 17 games. Program has not lost in 2025. Wilkins throws it right to Mingo. But they will call a LuHi foul on Madison.
Late call. The right call, though.
Madison doesn't seem too bothered.
Yeah, he got him.
That's the face of a guy who knows what he did. So it stays Brewster ball, down 2 possessions. Killian Toure to Wilkins.
Gotta drive that ball.
He's got the big man Essam on him. Toure, 4-3. Not this time. Anthony all by himself. Here's Mingo. Fouled by Toure, which for the Frenchman is number 3.
Mingo does a great job of attacking. Not settling, attacking, trying to get to that lane.
You know, he's got that Band-Aid on his chin. I know your old coach told you no game until there's blood, right?
You're not playing hard until you're bleeding.
And now Mingo loses it out of bounds. We're going to stay on this end.
Getting in there and mixing it up, staying active. Dylan Mingo, not afraid of physicality.
He had 20 points rather last night. Today just 2 points. His brother's done most of the scoring with 10 as LuHi turns it back over. 2002 LuHi grad and head coach John Buck said his team was rusty yesterday, but he was very proud of the way he fought through. They fought through and able to pick up a gritty win. 71-61 over Oak Hill with a 20-3 run in the second half.
It's a big time run, man.
Came out flat, finished strong. Today they're up 6 in the third.
Pass.
And down low to Wilkins.
Really good pass. Really good roll from Wilkins off of that ball screen, making himself available, getting right to the basket.
LuHi calls time. Brewster is on a roll. 9-0 run for the Bobcats. Third quarter here in the quarterfinals.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah. The avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Everyone watching with bated breath as this one starts to come down the wire. Just a good battle between 2 evenly matched teams, LuHi and Brewster. Brewster on a 9-0 run. What have the Bobcats done to turn things around?
They've started guarding at a higher level. They've guarded at a higher level, kept the ball out of the paint, forced LuHi into some contested jumpers, and they've got out and run. They are pushing that basketball. Make or miss, Brewster Academy is pushing right now, looking to find points in transition. They're just playing a little bit tougher, a little bit smarter. They've got a couple shots to go down from deep, a couple balls have gone their way, but they're just chipping away at it.
LuHi scoreless over the last 2.5 minutes. They were up 13. They've seen that lead dwindle down. Here goes Anthony charging in. Anthony off the glass. On a travel. Turns it back over to Brewster. Just his second turnover of the game. And now Bobcats look to stay hot. Fowler. Now Toure. A long two. Tips out to Okori. So second life here for Brewster. Nabuka Okori's been everywhere. Now he splits the D. And no with the left hand. Onyeguere scoops it. LuHi ball with Mingo. Blocked by Moore. Now here comes Brewster. It's a 3-on-1. And Okori up and under.
Really good possession there, turning defense into offense. A block on one end, and then to push the ball, get an easy deuce on the offensive end. Brewster just chipping away at it, doing it with the defense.
And Killian Torrey tallies his 6th assist.
Torrey's having a big-time game.
Brewster on an 11-0 run. Mingo in the corner. Up top for his older brother, Caden Mingo. The drive, the floater. No. Now Anthony tries. Up and under. No. Toure fighting for the board. It's on the ground and a foul call. Looks like it's against Darian Moore, which would be his 3rd. And keep it here with LuHi. But back on the other end, Brewster kept on humming.
Moore with the block on one end, and then Toure pushing that break. Makes the right play. Finding his running mate in transition, and a young fella with the body control, with the spin midair, going up to finish that through contact. Good defense from Moore.
And LuHi looking to break this drought. Last bucket was just a minute into the quarter. And a foul on Okori means Dylan Mingo free throws.
Dylan Mingo coming off that ball screen, aggressive, looking to get his game on. Defense going under. Nico sets a good screen, rising up and knocking it down. Getting to the free throw line.
Looking to break an 11-0 run that's lasted 4 minutes. Saw Mingo, he was bleeding from his chin, so at halftime they put on that Band-Aid and still gotta dap it up. Although if he bleeds, I don't think you would even notice with the red jersey. And you too, you're in the studio, you got the red shirt.
Oh yeah, I gotta support the Hoosiers. Give Indiana some good mojo.
Indiana fans had to like what they saw from Trent Sisley today. Even in a loss, he was sensational for Montverde.
Yes, he was.
3 free throws here for Mingo. Splits the first 2. That first free throw ended an 11-0 Brewster run. Looked like LuHi might start to run away with this thing. Bobcats reasserted themselves quickly, and Mingo just 1 for 3 from the stripe. And they'll get a foul against Mingo at the top of the key.
If I'm Brewster Academy right now, I'm getting that basketball to Wilkins, and I am giving him space. There is no way Nico can keep him, big fella in red 21, can keep him out of the lane. He can get to that basket, rather making the play for himself or making the play for others. Wilkins has got to get involved here in this half court.
And now a really big lineup for LuHi. Not only Nico Onyeguere, as Mingo takes a seat, but also Omar Essam. So the 7'1 Onyeguere, the 6'11 Essam. More blood on the court. That's how you know it's March. Postseason basketball is here. We're wiping blood up every few minutes. It's good to have you with us. Hope you're having a great night. Sam Brief, Rafael Davis, our wonderful crew. And just sprinkle a little Dasani on it. That'll make the blood go away. Old school methods.
I don't know if that's the most sanitary.
and get some disinfectant. Can't be a janitor's closet too far. Looks like they'll be fine with just the water. So figuring things out, Kai and Anthony saying, hey, I'll come in, I'll help out. That's a nice move. Look how he's shimmying around. Moving those hips. Oh, he's grooving. This might be a new move.
He learned
Cayenne.
learned this move from mom or dad.
That looks like more of a mellow move, personally. I think Lala can move better than that. So while they clean up the blood, this is the Cayenne.
Do the cayenne, baby. Do the cayenne.
Everybody do the Cayenne. Cayenne.
Oh, I like the turn at the end. That's
Those hips don't lie.
Those Nikes are made for twirling.
Mom and Pops should be proud.
But how about how small these guys' jerseys are? I mean, you look at Kai Anthony's jersey, it's so small I can't even tuck it in.
It's like up to his belly button.
Swag of these kids.
They just keep wiping this thing up with water, right? There's got to be some, like,
Gotta be some Windex,
Lysol,
some spray or
Windex,
something.
Clorox. Come on.
Well, North Augusta.
I think everyone is helping out. Wish I could fly down there and give a wipe. Officials deliberating, and when we come back, it'll be Brewster ball. Just over 2 minutes left in the third. LuHi holding on to a 3-point lead. What's been an entertaining game between two bruising, polished teams, vying for a spot in the semis. All right, blood almost cleaned up, so we'll play on. Here's Okori. Working on Kamisoko. The kick to Walters. And it's an air ball from 3. Offensive board for Wilkins. Wilkins rumbles in. No, Onyekwere there.
Just gotta go score it. You beat Onyekwere off the bounce, but you tried the finger roll. Wilkins has gotta go dunk that basketball.
Walters able to get it back for Brewster. And Wilkins the bobble. Here comes Mingo and LuHi. Mingo, left hand, no. And back to Brewster. Wilkins finishes now.
But that's not good enough. That's not good defense. You see Cayenne Anthony didn't get the shot in the corner, but he's jogging back. You got to sprint back. Whether you shoot that ball or not, you can't just jog back because a teammate missed you. That's just bad defense. That is bad hustle from LuHi there on that possession. You got to be better than that. You got to give effort every single possession.
$13 to 1 run for Brewster. Here's Mingo. Fouled at the shot clock buzzer.
Bailed him out there.
Wilkins the guilty party. So here's that last play. 2-on-0.
LuHi, when you have a driver, someone shoots that ball, someone's got to play safety. Someone's got to get back and protect the paint. There, Wilkins just able to get a clean run out and go on to finish at that basket.
This third quarter dominated by Brewster, 13-5. And they are within a point. Mingo gives him some cushion. With 90 seconds left in the third. Good to have you with us. Spot in the semis is on the line. Bowl. Looking to get by the 7'1" Onyekwere. Now Pemberton. Step back in the corner.
Man, that's big time defense from Onyekwere.
And the rebound squeaks back out to him. Now Walters. They get it to Okori, and he can't hit the 3. Fowler saves it to Pemberton. Pemberton again, up and under. And we're tied.
Just got Onyekwere out there on the island. Big fella could move those puppies, keep the young fella in front of him. Get into the basket, finish it for 2.
So the Brewster mojo continues, tied at 37. 40 seconds left. Sorry, we don't have the score bug for you right now, but 35 seconds left in a tie game in the third. Mingo the bucket.
Good finish.
LuHi by 2. Caden Mingo with 13 points. And now the shot clock's off, so final possession likely of the quarter. It's LuHi 39-37. Here's Pemberton for Brewster. Screen comes from Bolt. With 3 seconds, Fowler, tough step back three. And a foul called on Kamisoko. So 3 free throws.
Kamisoko just can't do that.
How does that happen?
Fowler does a great job of finding some space and not forcing it. You just got to let him land. You can't land in Fowler's airspace right there. You got to give him space to land to be able to come down on 2 feet. Right there. LuHi just Kamisoko just in that landing space, sending Fowler to the free throw line for 3.
Preston Fowler 1 for 2 today from the stripe. With 0.7 seconds, so LuHi on the other end maybe have a chance to just get a quick heave up, but pretty much final possession of the quarter here. A 13-0 run in this third. Powering Brewster back nearly to a tie. And Fowler will have a chance to tie it now with a free throw. What an entertaining game between LuHi and Brewster. Gonna come down to the wire as we're tied at 39. And when we come back, fourth quarter in South Carolina. It's March, it's conference tournament season, and we'll have the final 8 minutes when we come back. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. This is Winning Basketball and delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle. For real. Tie game in the fourth quarter. Quarterfinals of the EYBL Scholastic tournament. A LuHi team that was up 13 has seen their lead disintegrate. Raphael Davis, what's changed?
Brewster just became the team that's playing the hardest. They're playing harder than LuHi there in that third quarter. LuHi settled for some jumpers. Brewster took full advantage of getting out of transition, getting to the basket, and now we got ourselves a ball game.
And that ball game in the fourth quarter as LuHi looks to avenge a December loss to this Brewster team and win their 17th game in a row. Okori has Essam on skates. Now Moore blocked by Essam. But right there, Fowler for the bucket.
Fowler just playing harder than everybody else on the floor right now. Whenever that ball is loose, Fowler sees it as his and he comes away with it.
Chased into the backcourt, out of bounds, and it stays here with LuHi. Brewster is the best defensive team in the conference. What do you expect from them in this final stretch?
Exactly that. It's winning time now. So now is where you really lock in defensively. Good finish by Mingo. Get into that lane, making plays. Mingo has the ability to get to the teeth of the defense every single possession. That's what LuHi's got to do in this fourth quarter. They got to live in the paint. They can't settle here to finish out this game.
And now 16 points for Mingo as the response is there for Toure.
That's tough. Toure just getting to the body of Essam and stepping back, knocking it down, that little mid-range 15-footer. Big-time shot.
Killian Toure, what a complete game. 7 points, 6 assists, 5 boards. Now Mingo to Mingo. The little brother on the baseline. And looks like a foul charged to Brewster. Proud Bobcat program led by the 25th year head coach Jason Smith. Averages over 30 wins per season and has won New England Coach of the Year 6 times. With a couple more wins this weekend, he'd book a spot in Chipotle Nationals. What a power move for Dylan Mingo.
Dylan Mingo at 6'6", his ability to get in that lane and finish is impressive.
Little brother showing us what he can do.
Little big brother.
Yeah. They both play like big brother. Toure for 3. Rattles out. And the rebound tips. Now it's on the ground.
Good fight.
Fight for the ball. And a jump ball is called. And possession looks like it's going to LuHi.
It's a good fight on that defensive rebound. You got to have guys getting in there and mixing it up.
LuHi with a monster comeback yesterday. 20-3 run in the second half against Oak Hill in a 10-point victory. And today the run was against them. Brewster on a 13-0 tirade to tie this game back up. How did the Crusaders respond? Here's Mingo. Looking for Madison. The ball ends up tipping out with 5 on the shot clock and stays with LuHi. A 3 for Onyeguere. Certainly not his shot.
It's not a good shot. He had 5 seconds.
Here goes Toure to Bowl, and Toure was fouled. What happened on that other possession for Onyeguere?
He just rushed. I mean, it's 5 seconds left. Big fella's not used to catching that ball in that corner, and he just caught it and fired it. You got 5 seconds. You got to be able to get a good shot. And here, Mingo just picking up that foul. Toure is pushing that ball every single chance. Every time it presents himself, Toure is taking that opportunity and finding ways to get to that free throw line.
Bound for Iowa State, and you told me he fits right in. Today, he's done just about everything, defensively and offensively.
Yep.
What kind of player are they getting out of Ames?
Oh, they are getting a dog. A guy that loves to defend, a guy that's going to push the basketball in transition, not afraid of contact, not afraid to get in there and mix it up. The perfect player for Coach T.J. Ossenberger, going to fit in perfectly with that system.
And Toure hits them both. Big free throws down the stretch. And here comes Kamisoko in the game for LuHi. Out of Calmont, France, Killian Toure. A star of the French under-21 league. Now shining for Brewster. And next year for the Cyclones. Here's Anthony rumbling in off the glass to tie it.
That's a tough move. Team needed a basket. Where do you go? The best scorer on the floor. Getting to that right seam with that right hand. Getting downhill to his spot using the glass. Kyan Anthony, a tough finish.
It's been a quiet second half for him.
Yes,
that was his first bucket of the half.
And Darian Moore is a really good defender.
Toure in the corner with the left hand. Got bumped and fouled. Some more free throws coming for the dynamic Frenchman. He's got a nose for getting to the stripe, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. It's a physical driver. He forces the referee to make a call. Kyan Anthony, team needed a basket. You got to go get him one. Splits the defense, gets to the lane, playing off 2 feet, goes into the body of the defender, and gets that floater high and soft off that glass. Kyan Anthony with 18 right now here in the game.
And Toure gives Brewster the lead. They were down 13 points around the midpoint of the third quarter. Now the Bobcats on top thanks to Toure and Okori and Wilkins. A 3-headed attack to put the Bobcats up 2. And now John Buck calls time. So both teams a chance to gather. 4:47 left in the fourth. A spot in the semis on the line. 2 powerhouses going at it, Brewster and LuHi. The finish when we come back.
Sure, I was the first pick, the rookie to watch, and the back-to-back All-Star. But to get even better, I had to get real with myself. I got real about how I showed up. I got real about how I trained. I got real about what I ate. The results, something about this season, man, it just feels different.
Coming down the wire, Brewster and LuHi. Good to have you back with us. Quarterfinal round of the EYBL Scholastic Tournament. Hey, this was the 13-point LuHi lead midway through the third. What's changed?
Brewster became a team that's playing harder, a team that wanted it more. They started defending at a high level. They kept LuHi out of that lane in the third quarter and forced LuHi into it being a jump shooting team. And then offensively, you see guys like Toure get to the free throw line. Guys like Wilkins have woken up. They are starting to push that basketball to find opportunities in transition. Then in the half court, guys like Fowler have stepped up. So Brewster's had different guys step up, but it's been through their defense, it's been through their toughness and their rebounding, which has got them this lead in this game.
We'll see what happens. Final 4:30 as Kyan Anthony looks to light a fire.
Oh, this is going up.
Well, first the ref blows his whistle, so not going up quite yet.
That's the matchup Kyan Anthony wanted. He wanted that switch with Wilkins in space.
16 points in the first half for Kyan, just 2 in the second half. And Moore's done a great job.
Moore's done a fantastic job. Unbelievable job as we see Carmelo Anthony on the side.
Then Kyan was fouled by Moore. If that is on Moore, that's the 5th.
Melo and Lala checking out the action.
Look at those frames.
Man, those are sweet, man.
I don't think those are available on Amazon. He rocks them.
How you get the hat to fold like that, Melo? Melo just got swag for no reason.
And you said Lala gave him all his swag.
Lala gave Melo his swag.
Lala gave it to Melo, and then both of them to Kyan.
Lala is the swag.
That's how we follow the Anthony family swag. Tied at 47.
That is funny.
The story of the quarter has been Killian Toure for Brewster. French guard has dominated the opening few minutes. He's got the swag. Now here's a 3 for Fowler. Rattles out. Onyeguere is there. Under 4 to go. Mingo in a tie game. Gets by Toure.
Good cut.
To his brother. And LuHi retakes the lead.
It's almost like they've worked on that in the backyard at times. I mean, Caden Mingo getting to the lane off the ball screen, and then Dylan Mingo not being a watcher. Beautiful backdoor cut, making himself available for a nice little finish at the basket.
In the corner, 3, well off. It hasn't been Sebastian Wilkins' day. Can LuHi go up 2 possessions? Now Brewster foul whistled away from the ball. So staying on this end. Yesterday, LuHi coach John Buck told us, I was impressed with the way we fought, with the grittiness down the stretch. And more grittiness over the final 3:10 would mean a 17th straight win. There is Madison.
Good pass. Onuagbare sets a great ball screen on the outside of that zone. And then Madison makes himself available going up the finisher. Yeah, he is.
Must have rolled an ankle.
Ooh, he is hurt.
Oh, they're going to have to get Madison out of there, but he stays defending Fowler.
Refs got to stop this game.
They play on. And more. Wilkins, the 3. In and out. Rebound to Mingo, and quickly, LuHi calls time. Probably want to get Madison to the sideline. Let's see that last play where Madison went down.
Watch Onuagbare set this great ball screen on the outside, and then Mingo with the bullet pass to Madison along the baseline. They spread that zone out, and Mingo knows exactly what to do with it, hitting big fella with the laser pass to go finish for 2.
Oh, look, we're cleaning stuff up. Feels like we spent half the game cleaning blood. But this is March. Things get bloody. Things get chippy. Spotting the Chipotle Nationals on the line this week as Wilkins jams it home. 2-point game. In for an electric finish between 2 Northeast powers. Anthony Domingo.
Good pass.
Down to Kamisoko.
Man, that was a great pass from Dylan Mingo. Through traffic, right on time, right on target.
And now Wilkins draws some contact on Onuagbare, who gets whistled for the foul. His 4th. Checking in on foul trouble. There are 6 players with 4 fouls. 3 of them LuHi, 3 of them Brewster. Get you those names in a second as Okori feeds Wilkins. Wilkins is fouled. That's the 5th, or the 4th rather, on Onuagbare, who's joined in 4 foul territory by Kamisoko and Madison on his side. And for Brewster, Darian Moore, Ebuka Okori, and Sebastian Wilkins all have 4 fouls.
It's a really good decision from Wilkins. Driving that basketball, not selling. Get to the basket, knowing Onuagbare can't keep him out of the lane. Getting himself to the free throw line. Just got to knock him down.
Brewster, the best free throw shooting team in the conference. Sebastian Wilkins, on an off night, brings them within 2. So big possession now for LuHi. Looking to pad their lead down the stretch. 100 seconds to go in South Carolina. A spot in the semis on the line. Mingo, the 3. Little strong, and his little brother chases the rebound.
Man, Dylan Mingo has made some big-time plays here in this 4th quarter. The back cut to the basket, the dime along the baseline for the 2, and here this offensive rebound, giving his team another possession. It's big-time play, big-time performance with Dylan Mingo. Carmelo Anthony standing on the sideline, watching the action, loving it. This is why you love the EYBL Scholastic.
And Mingo drops it in, and a foul. Melo, stand up.
Melo loves it.
Lala, stand up. LuHi, stand up.
It's a big-time drive and finish. Kaden Mingo coming off the ball screen, not settling, getting to his spot, squaring up, playing off 2. getting through the contact. Now he's at the free throw line with a chance to make the three-point play, put his team up 6.
And there you go. Dylan Mingo has been everywhere. Caden Mingo has been everywhere.
This quarter has been all about the Mingo brothers.
It has been. First half was Cayenne's territory.
Yep.
Second half, Mingo. And then Mingo plucks it away, fitting as Brewster starts to fizzle.
And just a great decision, not throwing that ball up the floor to try and get an easy layup, but use the clock, get to the free throw line, bleed this thing out.
And they will go to the line at 52.2. What's impressed you in this quarter? You say it's all about the Mingos.
Dylan Mingo. It's about Dylan Mingo. He has impressed me this quarter just by his ability to do the little things. Cutting to the basket without the ball, defending at a high level, being a rebounder, just playing hard. Dylan Mingo is the hardest playing player on this floor here in the fourth quarter, which is why LuHi has this lead up by 6.
That foul, by the way, the 5th on Ibuka Okori, so he fouls out as Mingo goes back to the stripe. Yeah, to back up your point, Ray, 6 points to go with 6 boards, 4 assists, and a steal.
It's a little bit of everything.
And now a big free throw down the stretch. By the way, don't go anywhere. If you're watching at home, we have a massive Sunrise Christian versus IMG Academy quarterfinal matchup about 20 minutes after this one's over. Still 2 games left. And then Link and Wasatch in the nightcap, part of our quadruple header in the quarterfinals. Now Brewster needs a bucket. Pemberton to Wilkins, cuts it to 2 possessions, and quickly Jason Smith calls time. About as well executed as it gets.
Yeah, Brewster does a great job of not settling. Although they're down 8, don't settle for a three-pointer. Get that ball to the basket. And Wilkins does a great job playing without the ball and cutting to the basket. So many times you see young fellas stand around the three-point line, raising their hands, clapping it, saying they're open. They want to make a shot to get this league down to 5. But Wilkins does it the old-fashioned way. Cuts to the basket, finishes, and now he's at the free throw line.
He scores at will. I feel like we've been saying all day, oh, little off night. The 4 fouls have limited his minutes to just 14 minutes. Well, in those 14 minutes, he scored 13 points. His season average.
Just finds ways to put points on that board. Here in his second half, been extremely active. Driving the basketball, offensive rebounding, getting out in transition. Just doing the little things here in his second half.
Dude's a beast. And Brewster within 2 possessions. Plan of attack now for LuHi. 45 seconds to work with.
Don't turn it over and make your free throws. Get the basketball inside, run your press break, be strong with the basketball. Don't leave your teammates out to dry. When someone makes a pass to you, come to the ball. Don't wait for the ball. And at the end of the day, you got to step up and make free throws. And LuHi could be sitting pretty here in 45 seconds.
Right. If you make free throws, you win.
Yes, sir.
If not, leave the door open. And Madison nearly coughed it up. Mingo gets it back.
Oh, no. He can't touch that ball. He's out of bounds.
He double touched. Went out of bounds, came back in. That's a turnover.
Yes,
hey, you just said don't turn it over.
Can't turn it over. Do not turn it over.
And now it's Brewster ball at 39 seconds.
Down by 6.
Oh.
2 possession game.
This one is getting spicy. Pemberton. Now Moore. Slicing in. No. Rebound tips out. And it goes to LuHi. Big defensive stop, and Fowler disgusted. So back to the drawing board, right? Don't turn it over.
Go try this again. Go run it back one more time.
Don't turn it over. Make your free throws. Back into the corner for Mingo. Now Anthony.
Good job.
Brewster's got a foul. Long pass.
But keep away.
Little hot potato. LuHi executing perfectly.
You got a foul.
Is Brewster just playing this out?
Yeah, you just waited way too long.
This game's going to be over. No point in fouling now. And for the 17th consecutive game, LuHi wins. And the Crusaders are on to the semis. Staved off a late 13-0 Brewster run. And our Nike player of the game, Cayenne Anthony, second night in a row. with this honor.
Kyan Anthony is a big-time player, big-time scorer, big-time facilitator. He got it going here in this game against Brewster Academy. 20 points for the ball game, 6 of 10 from the field, 9 rebounds, had his full game on display. He was knocking down threes in front of his father, in front of his mother. He was getting to the lane, splitting the defense, finishing at the rim, getting to the free throw line. I mean, you look at it, 8 free throw attempts for the senior. His ability to put pressure on the defense was impressive. And his ability to work the ball screen and find teammates, but also get to his spot is why Kyan Anthony is going to be a player at the next level.
Got to give credit to LuHi. Yesterday it was a late run to give them the win over Oak Hill. And today staving off that hard charge from Brewster to get win number 2 of this conference tournament. So they're on to the semis. Who's going to join them? Will it be IMG or Sunrise Christian? We will find out in a moment, about 15 minutes from tip-off. IMG, Sunrise Christian, when we come back.